Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back again today. We're talking about Rhode Island. Rhode Island has 5 ballot measures. And, of course, we're going to talk about how each constituency in Rhode Island voted. So let's begin, starting with question 1. So question 1 specifically asks us about the Constitutional Convention, and this is in regards if they should have it or not. This measure would support calling a convention to revise or amend the Rhode Island Constitution. If such an event is held, delegates and representatives would assemble and could rewrite the document or suggest an entirely new state constitution. I can see why this was rejected. What's wrong with the one we have right now? Why should we go through the trouble of that? Traditionally, during the American Revolution and even before the colonial times, when there was an amendment to the Constitution, they all had a gathering, and it was called a convention, a constitutional convention, and they, once again, had delegates, they voted on it, and basically the way that the Rhode Island ballot measure is basically suggesting it would happen. So it was everything. They're trying to go back to traditional times. A lot of Rhode Islanders are saying, oh, well, why should we do that? Why can't we do it in modern times? You'll see one city ended up supporting this. And that was the city of Central Falls in, I want to believe it's Providence County. 60% of the county approved of the ballot measure. A pretty overwhelming performance, if you will. Now, the city that led the effort of this rejection was Foster, the city of Foster. Right here, also in Providence County. Right here, 72% with 1,963 votes voting against this ballot measure, with 753 votes supporting it. So that, of course, that is the Rhode Island question 1, a constitutional convention. I don't know what I kind of think about it. I think it's kind of cool to go back and go back to the historical precedents where we come together as a country, as a state, really, and we actually vote by the delegates in order for it to get passed into law. Today, it turns into a bill. It goes to the state legislature. The bill turns into law, and that's how it usually goes today. So I'm not sure. A lot of people are not like, why should we get rid of that? So I'm not sure how I would vote with this ballot measure. Question 2, issue higher education bond. So this ballot measure, if passed, would approve a $160 million bond issue to pay for capital improvements to higher education facilities, specifically the University of Rhode Island, Biomedical Sciences, building and the Rhode Island College Cybersecurity Building. You'll see majority supported yes, and I'm not really surprised. I mean, this is, of course, more of a progressive vote. I'm being literal because literally you see the coasts very progressive, as you can see here. Yeah, you got the city of Exeter, and you can even look at the map here. It's kind of similar. City of Exeter voted for Trump, barely. But this map is very similar to the map of the 2024 presidential map. You'll see 59.8% support of this ballot measure. These are all the liberal areas, of course, so I'd imagine every county would support it. And no surprise, higher education bond, of course. And who's going to pay for it? $160 million bond issue. The taxpayers right? The taxpayers. Who else? So obviously, this measure passes, and you have the biggest pattern here in regards to education. Um, but ultimately, 59.8. We'll see who supported it the most. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would be Providence. Central Falls, tiny little municipality, and we just talked about that municipality, and that municipality voted for, of course, Kamala Harris, and who else? 80% in support of this ballot measure in Central Falls. The reject getting fueled by the city of Foster once again. Right here, 58% saying, no, our tax dollars are more important, and it's fine, absolutely okay to say your tax dollars are more important than this huge government program to improve higher education and, of course, improve once again these departments in the biomedical sciences and Rhode Island College and that cybersecurity building. It's fine. It's okay. You got to be conscientious about it. And really, voters should have the freedom to decide which one's right, which one's wrong. Question 3. This one's an overwhelming victory again. All right. Rhode Island, question 3, election results. Issue housing acquisition and development bond. Oh, no. This proposition would approve a $120 million bond issue to fund more affordable housing through new construction and renovation. Then again, tax, right? Who's going to pay for it? Taxpayers. 65.8% approve of the ballot measure. Their vote, their money. I mean, 65.8%. More housing. More houses. This is what I'm talking about. Do you need more houses, though? You gotta think, though. Oh, well, we want to make sure everyone has homes. Yeah, sure. But you gotta make sure everyone has money. Don't suck up all these people's money, because remember, groceries are important too. And living and providing for your family is important also. 65.8%. I'm guessing it's Central Falls again. Nope, it's actually Providence this time. Providence in support of this measure by 88% of the popular vote. No surprise there. The measure, the constituency that rejected it the most, Foster once again. It's leading the conservative movement. 56%. A very conservative city. I want to know how Foster voted for Trump. Well, no, this is Sheldon Whitehouse. It was actually Burrillville that did the best for Trump. But yeah, Foster voted for Trump by 60%. So that's a safe haven for Republicans in Rhode Island. Conservatives, but 65%. And of course, Foster's in a really blue county, Providence County, Democrat stronghold. And of course, this population, Providence in the metro area, all over here. No surprise, but 65.8% approve, 34.2% disapprove. They're like, nope. All right, that was question 3. Question 4. Oh, look at all these bonds, guys. High taxes. Issue environmental protection bond. Wow, okay. Everyone's on board on this. 67.5%. So this proposition would approve issuing $53 million of green economy bonds, which would fund improvement projects for environmental and public recreation facilities. These projects include Port of Davisville infrastructure, climate resiliency grants, the cleanup of sites contaminated with industrial pollution, and the grants for parks, athletic fields, and playgrounds. 67.5% approve. And unfortunately, Foster approved of this bloated, of course, ballot measure. You'll see by town, Providence, it fuels the way. 84% of the popular vote for, of course, the approve option. Yep. The biggest city, the capital of Rhode Island, 84%. While the reject option got Foster once again. Foster, they will always try to go against it, but then again, it's woke Rhode Island. 54% of the popular vote supporting the ballot measure. It, of course, an 8-point victory for approve in Foster. But yeah, it looks like Rhode Island likes to spend a lot of money. Okay, so issue number 5. Okay, another bond. Last one. Issue Cultural Arts and Economy Grant Bond. So this proposition would approve a $10 million. I don't know what it is today, but $10 million bond issued to fund matching grants for projects at the Tamaquac, I guess that's Cambodian or something. Tamaquac Museum, the Newport Contemporary Ballet. Oh yeah, that's ballet. Trinity Repertory Company and others. And of course, ballet. We're going to fund ballet now. 56.4% in support of this ballot measure. It's pathetic. I mean, why should we fund and pay for ballet? What? That's an activity that if you want to go into ballet, you do it. You pay for it. Why are we paying for it? Why are we paying for museums to be free? If you want to go into a museum, learn something new, you do it with your own money. We have the internet these days. You want to learn something new? Look it up. But then again, a lot of people want to be there, see it in action. They think it's more trustworthy if it's in a museum. Not going to argue against that. But you pay for it. You pay for it. There is no reason. Oh, people have the right to their information. Yeah, we have the internet. We have the internet. We have a library. There is absolutely no reason why we need to have taxpayers pay for museums. So yes. Interestingly enough, 64.4%, you'll see Providence is big there. Providence, 80%. 80%, 38,775 votes. The reject, of course, Foster's at 61% saying no. So Foster led all 5 ballot measures in the no category. 61% saying nuh-uh. And I want to believe Foster must have voted. Yeah, Foster voted in the 70% range. Yeah, 72% in when it comes to the Constitutional Convention. So, no. That's how they voted in these ballot measures. But, yes. What do you guys think in regards to our Rhode Island ballot measures as we slowly, but quickly actually, begin to wrap up our 2024 election review, putting 2024 aside, and then moving to the future ahead? Let me know down below, and as always, see you all in the next political episode.